be 1 inch from your destiny. You can be 1 inch from your breakthrough. And all of a sudden, the enemy will cause you to have an emotional breakdown. Anybody ever had an emotional breakdown? I mean, he tries to war with you. And what it is, in order to be transformed, we have to get transformed in our faith. And we have to learn not just to act upon our emotions, but to act upon our faith. See, you cannot be transformed unless you love the person or the God you're being transformed by. Amen. Also, so you can have 2 cars, you can have a couple of houses, and you can even have 2 jobs, but you cannot have more than one God. And there is only one. And Jesus, in this passage, he stresses listening. He stresses hearing. He begins to stress it. And he teaches us a very important principle, and that is transformation is activated by listening. Right now, you're listening. You can clap that next. Come on, give him a praise. It's activated by listening. See, it's just not about coming to church. It's not about getting into God activities, but it's about being in a position to listen. Amen. Right now, you're listening, and guess what? You're about to be transformed. Be transformed to another level. Be transformed to another dimension. See, if you don't know how to listen, you cannot complete your transformation. Wow. Amen. You can always tell people who have not been transformed by how much they talk. Everybody around me, all they do is talk. Don't listen. You can't even get a word in. Just more, no teeth. No transformation is what's happening. See, if you are not complete in your transformation, then you will not be complete in your destination. That's a good tweet right there. Here, see, Jesus here, he's in his last week of about to being crucified. He's right at the mark, and he is right there. I mean, he's so close to be crucified, and then all of a sudden, the Pharisees and the scribes, they hook up. And normally the scribes and the Pharisees don't hook up. And so all the time when Jesus was walking the earth, they kept asking him difficult questions, tough questions. But then right here, right before he's about to go to the cross, they slip in an easy question. Don't you hate those tests? You know, when 20 questions are false and 2 are true, and you get the 20 that's false true and the 2 that's true false. Must have all these students here. And so they come here, and Jesus here, he could have been tempted to act out of his emotions. Because in reality, this was an insulting question to ask Christ. Because it was too easy. It was nothing for God to answer this question. And it was nothing for them to answer the question. Because guess what? They cut this question. They prayed this prayer 3 times a day. And yet they come with him with a simple question. Okay. But Jesus, understanding that he could not operate on his emotions, decided to act on faith. Amen. So he answers the question. See, when you get closer to your destiny, your friends will leave you. Oh. But here's the trick. Okay. Your enemies will become your friends. I mean, you say, wait a minute. Everybody I thought who was with me wasn't with me. And then all of a sudden my enemies are trying to help me out. There's a test. Okay. When your enemies start acting like your friends, you know you're close.